What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm back in our video today. Okay, folks. So I'm back in our video today, obviously. So right now, I'm gonna be doing an album review for some metal music and stuff. Okay, so the band I'm gonna be reviewing today, this week for YouTube, for my second channel is I'm gonna be reviewing a band called Bloodthorn, and I'm mainly gonna be reviewing the album "In the Shadow of Your Black Wings" and all that good stuff. Okay, so talk about this band here. I got this is a band called Bloodthorn, and it appears they're a black metal band from Norway and stuff, and all of that good stuff. Screwy. Okay, so what I'm looking at here for this band, Bloodthorn, they're formed in 1992 and stuff, and it appears they've been active ever since then. So there's that and stuff. Screwy. Okay, so I gotta try and find the album that I'm gonna talk about. So okay, so talking about this album I got here. This album is called "In the Shadow of Your Black Wings," and I'm trying to find the release date for this album and all of that good stuff. Okay, so what I'm looking at here, like on this website I'm looking at, it appears this album was released in 1997. So there's that and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, this is an album that I've actually listened to in the past. It's just I guess I've been kind of not necessarily lazy to review this album, but it's just I haven't listened to this album in a long time, so I had to re-listen to the album for today's video and stuff. So and I remember first finding about this band and album I want to say a couple years ago up to this point, so it's not like this is a new band for me and stuff. Like this is a band I've heard of for a while and stuff. So there's that. Okay, so time for my thoughts on the album. So first thing you're gonna notice on the album is the playing. Like one thing I really enjoy about this album is the playing. Is the playing on this album is more on like the slower tempo. Like there's lots of slow tempo, groovy riffs and stuff, and groovy playing and all of that good stuff, and also I also really like the atmosphere on this album. Like I also like how in some parts there's like a synth part going on in the background to go along with like some of the heavy powerful riffs and the groovy drums and all of that good stuff, and for the most part that's basically what you're gonna notice about this album is there's not many fast parts on this album. I think I was able to I think there's only like one or two moments on this album where there's like fast playing and stuff. And the first song I noticed it in was in the second song and stuff. And I also forgot to go over the track list on this album. There's 7 tracks on this album, and a majority of the tracks are long and stuff. Like there's a couple songs over 10 minutes long. There's I think there's a song over 9 minutes long, and I think an 8.5 minute song. So a good amount of these songs are long and stuff, and there's 7 tracks on this album. So there's that. And anyways, back to what I was talking about. The first time you're gonna notice the fast playing on this album is in the second song, where I think around the 2.5 minute mark they have like a fast section that does not last long and stuff. And another thing I like about this album is that there's also a female vocalist in this on this album, and all of that good stuff. And also one thing I like is that I like how the female vocalist isn't rolled into some of the songs, like in the opening song and stuff. And I think around the 6.5 minute mark in the second song on this album, there's like a piano section where there's the female vocalist singing, and then eventually I think towards the end of this album, no, and then eventually towards the end of the second song, eventually the whole band gets back into playing like heavy powerful riffs, and then I think there's like a solo towards the end of that song and all of that good stuff. And there's okay, so another thing is the vocals. That there's the female vocalist, and there's obviously gonna be a guy singing, obviously. And one thing about the guy that's like doing the vocals is like his vocals are more like the black metal side, obviously, with like the intense vocals and all of that good stuff. And one thing about his vocals is that they're definitely like black metal type vocals, but they're not like, I don't know how to describe it, but like they're more they're less in your face. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. Like, you guys would have to listen to the album to kind of get an understanding of what I'm trying to say and stuff, and all of that good stuff. So okay, so some of the tracks listing on this album, there's song titles like the first song is called the embodied core of darkness. There's also a song called Night Shadow and March to War and all of that good stuff. And that's another thing I forgot to talk about this album, is that in the just the way the album sounds, like it also the album also gives me like a vibe that like you're going into like a dungeon somewhere, or like just like not necessarily like a war, but like kind of like a battle with like maybe Vikings battling it out or something. Like it gives me that kind of vibe also. So there's that and stuff. And also the album cover to this is also great too and stuff. And I'm gonna try and find it right now, but this is the way the album cover looks. Like, just to me, that looks great and stuff. Just like, okay, so going over some of my favorite tracks on the album, I would have to say some of my favorite songs would have to be the embodied core of darkness and Night Shadow. But overall, I enjoyed this album from start to finish, and it was definitely a good nostalgia trip, I guess. Like, but anyways, right now. This is basically when I'm going to be ending today's video off. Like, I'm not going to go any further with today's video. I'm simply not. And I'll miss you guys in the next video. And peace out, everybody.